You don't lose because you're weak. You lose because you don't get how power works. Every room you walk into, someone's running it. Every smile has a reason behind it. Every failure you face was set up by someone. While you're waiting for things to be fair, they're getting ahead. While you're waiting to be picked, they're already making deals behind your back. Power doesn't go to people who deserve it. It goes to people who understand how the game is really played. The 48 laws aren't just ideas. They're the secret rules your enemies are already using. The playbook that turns regular people into kings and good people into pawns. This isn't for the soft-hearted. This is for people ready to step up and take control back. Machiavelli didn't believe in fairness. He believed in winning. This is his take on the 48 laws. Sharper, colder, deadlier. And if you want to get ahead, this is where you start. Learn the game or keep getting stepped on. Law 1. Never be easily replaced. The first rule of power is simple. Don't be replaceable. If they can do fine without you, they will. If them losing you doesn't hurt, then having you around doesn't matter. So you need to build a position so important, so built into their survival, that removing you would be like shooting themselves in the foot. Become the key to keeping things running, but never show them exactly how you do it. Never teach them your whole method. Power doesn't come from being liked. It comes from being quietly feared. If they can replace you, they will. If they can't figure you out, they'll respect you. Be needed. Be untouchable. Be irreplaceable. Law 2. Kill trust before it kills you. Trust is poison that grows in your blind spots. It makes you drop your guard and ignore your gut feeling. And by the time you notice, the knife is already in your back. The more someone smiles at you, the more they're studying your weaknesses. Machiavelli never trusted people just because they were close, only because he had leverage over them. Keep friends near, but keep your hand on their leash. Give them small wins, but never full access. When you trust someone blindly, you're basically handing them the weapon to destroy you. Betrayal is never random. It's planned. Stop trusting too easily, or power will slip away from you with your own blood on it. Law 3. Wear morality like a mask. Good guys get eaten first. If you want to lead, act like you're righteous, but never actually be righteous. Morality is just an act, and power is what's directing it. Say what the crowd wants to hear, then move quietly while they're clapping. Talk about peace while you're planting seeds of trouble. Show how good you are while crushing anyone who disagrees. Machiavelli said rulers need to be both the lion and the fox, feared and smart. Being good is just a costume made from lies. Use it to hide your real plans. In a messed up world, being pure is a weakness. Be clean in public, dirty in private. Let them love your smile, never guessing the poison underneath. Law 4. Hide the knife behind a smile. Being aggressive makes people fight back. Being charming makes them give in. So smile first, stab later. This is how power actually works. Not in open war, but through quiet attacks. Pretend to respect someone while you're destroying them. Clap for your enemy, then quietly ruin him. Never show what you're really planning. That gives them time to run. A fake friend is more useful than an honest enemy. Let them get close, sharing secrets, laughing and trusting until your blade touches their spine. Machiavelli praised being clever over being strong. Win through tricks, betray with style, and when it's done, let them wonder how the devil looked so nice. Law 5. Be the fox, not the lion. Power isn't about muscle, it's about being smart. The lion roars and everyone hears. The fox whispers and everyone obeys. People who show their strength too loud get challenged. People who trick, adapt, and vanish, they survive. Learn to fake weakness, to disappear when you need to hit when nobody expects it. Lions die in cages built by people they used to scare. But foxes slip through cracks, collecting secrets, breaking down empires from the inside. Machiavelli liked the fox because the fox lives to fight another day. Be smarter. Last longer. Make others feel safe while you're poisoning their foundation. In power games, the hunter isn't loud. It's invisible. Law 6. Create power, then step back from it. Build the kingdom, but don't stand in the spotlight. The most dangerous person isn't the king. It's the one who made the king. Let others take the throne, the blame, the attention. You stay behind the curtain, unseen and safe. Machiavelli admired people who ruled from behind the scenes, the puppet masters. Influence lasts longer than being in charge. Never be the face of control. Be the ghost behind the rise and the fall. Power is safer when nobody knows it's yours. Let others fight. Lead. Die. You pull the strings. That's how empires really run. Not from the throne, but from the shadows. Law 7. Master the clock or be destroyed by it. Impatient people lose power to patient people. Never rush. Never react fast. Wait. Time is a weapon when you control it. Machiavelli knew that people who act in panic are easy to control. Pause, watch, make others panic. Let them move first and show their mistakes. Delay when they expect you to act. Strike when they're not ready. Look inactive while your enemies wear themselves out. Power isn't about speed, it's about timing. Control the pace, and you control how things look. People who act too fast die forgotten. People who act at the right time become legends. Be timeless in planning, cold in action, and patient like death. Law 8. Know everyone's weakness and hide your own. Power lives in pressure points. Every person has one. Fear, pride, wanting something, guilt. Find it, own it, use it. Machiavelli studied people like a scientist. He learned what moved them, then used it to freeze them. Meanwhile, never show your own weak spots. Hide them behind not caring. Hide them in lies. Let others spill their secrets. You spill nothing. Use what they love to make them listen. Use what they fear to keep them quiet. If you know their weakness, and they know none of yours, you've already won. The strong manipulate. The foolish confess. The powerful stay silent and strike. Law 9. Burn the past if it weakens the future. History isn't sacred. It's fuel. If your past holds you back from rising, erase it. Change the story. Rewrite what happened. Cut the ties. The old you has to die for the powerful you to live. People will try to chain you to who you used to be. Break them first. Reinvent. Strengthen. Repeat. Machiavelli told rulers to reshape how people see them as often as needed. If your past haunts you, burn it down. Never let nostalgia slow down winning. Memory is a trap. Be who the moment needs, not who you were. Weak people cling to their origin stories. Powerful people rewrite them every day. Law 10. Use guilt to chain others, never yourself. Power grows when others feel guilty, but you must feel nothing. Use guilt like a leash. Remind them of their mistakes, their debts, their sins, and become the one who forgives, controls, commands. But never let it into your own head. Guilt makes you weak. It slows the knife. The manipulator must be cold. Machiavelli warned. Those who feel guilt hesitate, and hesitating gets you killed. Make others confess. You stay quiet. Make them emotional. You stay calculated. People are ruled by their conscience, but power belongs to people who don't have one, or at least know when to kill it. Law 11. Use chaos as a ladder. Disorder is opportunity. When others panic, you rise. Crisis is empty space. Step in and become the answer they're begging for. Machiavelli knew that the boldest tyrants showed up during chaos. Don't fear the collapse, use it. Stir up situations, shake up rivals, and then offer stability. People don't want freedom, they want certainty. Be the calm in the fire. Even if you started the fire, you don't need to fix the world. You just need to make them think you're the only one who can. Chaos isn't your enemy. It's your kingdom waiting to be taken. Law 12. Never speak out of emotion. Power doesn't scream, it thinks. Every word must have a purpose, not just release emotion. Never argue, never react. Silence confuses people. Staying calm makes them angry. Let others lose control and wreck their own reputation. You stay the calm watcher. The less you show, the more they show themselves. Machiavelli warned, emotions show your weaknesses to everyone. So show no anger, no love, no desperation, only purpose. If they can't read you, they can't control you. Speak when you need to. Strike when you're ready. Vanish when you're being watched. The coldest person in the room is always the one in control. Law 13. Make them dependent, then remove hope. If they don't need you, they'll betray you. If they can't live without you, they'll obey forever. Dependence is deeper than loyalty. Give what nobody else can, and control who they become. But don't stop there. Slowly cut off escape routes, remove other options, destroy their ability to imagine being free. That's when loyalty becomes submission. Machiavelli knew to rule completely. You must first make yourself a god, then lock all other doors. Power isn't earned through trust, it's built through need. And when they forget what life without you feels like, that's when they belong to you completely. Law 14. Teach nothing. Let them stay dependent. If you teach them everything, they won't need you. If they don't need you, they'll replace you. Power needs secrets. Keep your methods hidden. Give them results, not recipes. Make yourself the solution, not a skill they can learn. Machiavelli knew that knowledge in other people's hands becomes a threat. Feed their hunger, but starve their understanding. Let them worship your results, but never understand how you get them. The moment they can copy your power, they no longer fear it. Hold the keys, guard the gates, rule through mystery. People who teach too much train their own killers. Law 15. Crush completely or don't strike at all. Never half destroy a threat. If you strike, destroy completely. Leave no room for revenge. No chance for them to hit back. Half measures create rebellion. Mercy invites payback. Power is kept through finishing things. Machiavelli warned that a wounded enemy will always come back, more desperate, more dangerous. If you let someone breathe, they'll come for your throat. So when it's time to move, make it permanent. Bury the rival. Burn their name. Erase their influence. Don't just beat them. Make the world forget they existed. There's no honor in holding back. There's only power in total domination. If you strike, end the whole line. Law 16. Confuse them with contradictions. Keep them confused. Change moods. Change positions. Contradict your own words. The brain looks for patterns. Don't give it patterns. Confusion creates control. People who can't predict, you will fear you. Machiavelli mastered being unpredictable. Look generous, then cold. Loyal, then ruthless. Peaceful in public, violent in private. Keep them off balance, and they'll follow your lead out of fear. Being consistent is for people being led. Power belongs to people who bend reality. When they don't know where you stand, they won't dare challenge you. In chaos, you are the only clear thing. Confuse them and you'll rule them. Law 17. Make them watch you, not understand you. Being visible is power, but being clear is weakness. Be seen, but never truly known. Let them stare, guess, obsess, but never confirm who you are. Machiavelli said, "Mystery multiplies fear. If they can label you, they can trap you. Stay undefined. Be the puzzle they can't solve. Talk less. Move unpredictably. Be there, but untouchable. The more questions they have, the more control you hold. Mess up their analysis. Break their guesses. Let your silence scream louder than their noise. In a world where everyone shares everything, be the one they can't figure out. What they can't define, they won't attack. Law 18. Never reveal the source of your power. The moment they understand your power, they'll plan to take it. So you must keep where your power comes from hidden, whether it's information, connections, money, or manipulation. Never let them trace it. Give credit to luck, charm, or fate. Let them think your strength is natural, untouchable. Machiavelli knew that power is safest when it's misunderstood. The illusion of being invincible is stronger than the truth. If they know where your advantage comes from, they'll find a way to cut it. So bury your sources, disguise your weapons. Power that seems mysterious becomes godlike. Power that can be explained becomes vulnerable. Law 19. Let enemies destroy themselves. You don't need to attack directly. Just give them enough space, enough rope, and they'll do it themselves. Ego, greed, jealousy. These are weapons you don't even have to sharpen. Machiavelli used pride more than any sword. Feed their delusion. Clap for their recklessness. Encourage their vanity. Step back. Let them believe they're winning. Then, when their own weight knocks them down, step in and take everything. There's no blood on your hands, only opportunity. Why make enemies when they can destroy themselves? The most elegant kill is the one you never had to do. Law 20. Be cold when it counts. Mercy has a price, and it's paid in blood. Weak leaders act with emotion. Strong ones know when to shut it off. When hard choices come, don't blink. When betrayal appears, don't beg. When power demands sacrifice, don't hesitate. Machiavelli believed emotion was the enemy of ruling well. You don't need to be cruel, but you must be cold. Detach, watch, act. If the mission needs a clean cut, make it. You don't owe comfort to anyone. The world isn't a family, it's a battlefield. And hesitation is death. The cold survive. The colder rule. Law 21. Build walls, not bridges. They say build bridges, but bridges let enemies walk in. Power is kept through isolation. Stay close enough to watch, far enough to avoid being influenced. Machiavelli warned rulers never to make themselves too easy to reach. Familiarity creates comfort, and comfort kills respect. Build mental walls. Talk selectively. Show up less often. Let your absence make you more valuable. When you're too easy to reach, they grow bold. When you're hard to reach, they grow obedient. Distance isn't cold, it's control. Never be part of the crowd you lead. Power comes from above, not among. Be the mountain they climb toward, not the street they walk on. Law 22. Trap them with choices you control. Let them choose, but only between options you've set up. Give them 2 doors, both leading to your result. People rebel against commands, but obey freedom they think they chose. Machiavelli didn't dominate by force. He ruled by illusion. Frame every decision. Rig every outcome. Let them believe they're acting on their own. In truth, they're inside your maze. A sense of freedom keeps them calm. But the walls, you built them. The rules, you wrote them. Their freedom, a scripted show. The most powerful form of control is invisible. Let them feel free while you tighten the leash behind the curtain. Law 23. Start fires you can put out. Crisis is power when you control it. Create problems, tensions, doubts, and then solve them publicly. Be the storm and the shelter. Machiavelli's princes often made up threats so they could look heroic stopping them. When people panic, they want leadership. Hand them the fear, then hand them the cure. Never waste a crisis. Create small failures to avoid looking too perfect. Start controlled fires, then show up as the hero. Their gratitude will blind them. Their loyalty will deepen. The one who rescues them becomes the one they never question. Make the sickness and sell the medicine. Law 24. Never show the whole plan. Power dies in full exposure. If they understand your moves, they'll resist. So never reveal your entire strategy. Give pieces. Talk in riddles. Change the speed. Let them think they're ahead while they're chasing shadows. Machiavelli never showed his hand. His genius was in misdirection. Partial truths confuse. Complexity disorients. Let them see the next step. Never the full staircase. Even your allies should wonder what you're really after. Being predictable invites sabotage. Keep them guessing. Keep them insecure. The less they know, the more they fear. Clarity is a gift for the weak. Your power lives in permanent mystery. Law 25. Mirror their desires, then lead them elsewhere. People follow reflections of themselves. So become their mirror. Echo their values. Copy their frustrations. Agree with their fears. Let them see themselves in you, and they'll follow. But once they attach, shift the path. Lead them into territory they wouldn't have walked alone. Machiavelli often told rulers to speak the language of the people, but rule with their own plans. Make them feel heard, seen, understood. Then turn. Turn their energy toward your goal. Power isn't just dominance, it's seduction. Mirror, manipulate, redirect. Lead them toward your vision by disguising it as their own. Law 26. Bury emotion under strategy. Emotion is useful, but only when used as a weapon. Never let it control your decisions. Anger makes you predictable. Love makes you weak. Fear makes you hesitate. Machiavelli believed emotion should be a mask, not a master. If you must cry, do it alone. If you must rage, do it in silence. Let others show their feelings, then use them as maps to their destruction. Stay ice cold inside, even while looking passionate. The most dangerous people aren't the loudest. They're the ones whose faces never flinch. Kill emotion when making decisions. Feel nothing when power demands sacrifice. Strategy first, always. Law 27. Win with spies, not swords. What you know determines what you control. The best weapon isn't a blade, it's information. Place ears in every room. Collect secrets like money. Machiavelli understood that knowledge comes before domination. Spies win wars without bloodshed. People reveal themselves in whispers, but only if you're listening. Use informants, manipulators, even fake allies. While others fight battles, you'll already know the outcome. Secrets control results before the world sees the conflict. Truth doesn't belong to everyone. It belongs to the one who pays attention. The most powerful person in any room isn't speaking. He's collecting. Law 28. Play both sides, but show loyalty to neither. When two rivals fight, the smartest person profits. Never pick a side unless you've created both. Line up publicly with one. Feed information to the other. Loyalty is a performance. Power lies in neutrality with advantage. Machiavelli thrived by making himself useful to every group while belonging to none. Play the middle. Be their shared contact. Let them destroy each other while you gather their resources. When the dust settles, you stand untouched, holding what's left. The fool picks a master. The wise become one by never being claimed. Use both. Serve neither. Win everything. Law 29. Infect the strong with small weaknesses. You don't need to kill the lion. Just feed him poison. Whisper a lie. Plant doubt. Corrupt their allies. Plant jealousy. Power is rarely destroyed with force. It's infected slowly. Machiavelli didn't confront power head-on. he wore it down. Subtle sabotage destroys confidence, isolates the strong, and turns them paranoid. Let them fall apart themselves. The powerful fear scandal, uncertainty, and betrayal more than death. Inject a flaw, a rumor, a temptation, and watch them rot from within. The strongest don't fall by enemies. They fall by internal collapse. Be the virus. Spread silently, and when they fall, step over the body. Law 30. Be many things, but never fully known. Identity is a weapon, not a prison. Become whoever the moment needs. Be the scholar, the savage, the loyal one, the traitor, depending on who's watching. Machiavelli believed a ruler must master appearances. People trust predictability, so disrupt it. Shift personalities, play roles, never be defined. Labels are limits. Let them chase the question, who is he really? You are power, not a person, a force, not a friend. When they try to classify you, transform. When they try to understand, confuse. Power belongs to the one who can disappear in plain sight. Be everything. Be nothing. Be a myth. Law 31. Seduce with dreams, not reality. People don't want the truth. They want a fantasy to follow, a myth to believe in. Feed them what they want, not what they need. Show them visions of greatness, of belonging, of living forever, and they will follow. Reality is boring. Dreams are addictive. Machiavelli understood that to command loyalty, you must sell illusions. Make yourself the symbol of hope. Promise what you never have to deliver. Keep them chasing shadows, and they won't question the strings. The most powerful ruler is the one who controls the story. Don't offer facts. Offer meaning. Then pull them into your world. Law 32. Mirror your enemy's ego. To destroy an enemy, you must first understand him. The easiest way, mirror his pride, copy his language, mimic his manner, echo his values until he relaxes, then strike. People are blind when they see themselves in you. Machiavelli often disarmed threats by making them believe he admired them. Praise them just enough to dull their suspicion. Then study their moves. Pride makes people sloppy. Let them boast while you plot. Let them teach you their weaknesses through vanity. The most dangerous enemy is the one who copies you right before he rewrites your ending. Law 33. Build your reputation like a fortress. A solid reputation protects better than walls. Once they believe you're untouchable, few will challenge you. So build your myth early. Strengthen it constantly. Control the story of who you are. Even lies work if they're repeated enough. Machiavelli told rulers to exaggerate their good qualities and hide their sins behind spectacle. Let stories of your ruthlessness, brilliance, and control spread freely. Reputation is advantage before action. Build the illusion first, then act. A strong reputation wins battles you never have to fight. Let them fear your name before they fear your hand. Be the legend, not the man. Law 34. Make others talk while you say nothing. Words are weaknesses. The more they speak, the more they expose. The more you speak, the more they prepare. So stay quiet. Let them fill the silence. Machiavelli valued silence as a weapon. It unnerves, disarms, and reveals. Ask a question, then vanish behind your stare. Let them confess, boast, or babble. In their noise, you'll find their flaws. In your silence, they'll imagine your power. Most people fear someone who says little because they can't predict him. Let them project fantasies, fears, and motives onto your blank face. Speak less, learn more. Power listens, fools talk. Law 35. Rewrite the rules, then obey them publicly. Invent new laws, then pretend to follow them. Let others live by standards you created. Morality is a tool, not a commandment. Frame your power moves as noble. Wrap domination in decency. Machiavelli understood that every system needs a righteous front. You don't win by rejecting rules. You win by writing them, then using them against others. Create codes that protect your ambition while holding back your enemies. Be the example in public. Be the exception in private. Let them kneel to a system you secretly control. Rule through appearances, dominate through design, and punish them using their own beliefs. Law 36. Predict their moves before they move. Power favors the planner, not the reactor. Never wait to respond. Anticipate. Learn patterns. Study behavior. Think 2 moves ahead, then act before they blink. Machiavelli trained his mind like a chess game. He didn't respond to events. He shaped them. Predict emotion. Use hesitation. Always be ahead of the game. They don't know they're playing. People are easy to read once you understand their triggers. While they act impulsively, you strike intentionally. Power is foresight with a blade. Don't just defend, trap. Don't just win. Design the win. When they think they're acting freely, they're dancing on your script. Law 37. Ally with the useful. Cut the loyal. Loyalty is dangerous when it's useless. Sentiment blinds judgment. Never keep someone around just because they're loyal. Keep them because they're valuable. Usefulness is currency. When it fades, so do they. Machiavelli wrote, "A prince must be ready to drop people when the conditions change. The loyal servant who lacks skill becomes dead weight." Be ruthless. Replace dead weight with fresh blood. Reward skill, not attachment. Cut sentiment like infection. Your circle should evolve as your power grows. Loyalty feels noble, but power demands results. And the throne is no place for nostalgia. Law 38. Don't argue, influence quietly. Argument is noise. It alerts others, creates conflict, and costs you control. Influence is subtle. It's silent. It plants doubt, not resistance. Machiavelli never debated. He redirected. Let them think they're right while you move behind their ego. Change their beliefs slowly, not by force, but by suggestion. Disarm them with flattery. Wrap truth in story. Plant ideas through questions. The best manipulation is the one they believe they chose themselves. When you argue, you create enemies. When you influence silently, they never see the shift. Speak gently. Influence deeply. Win wars without raising your voice. Law 39. Play the victim to hide your ambition. Power disguised as pain is the most manipulative form of control. When they see you as the victim, they never expect you to be the architect. Look wronged, misunderstood, attacked, and let sympathy cover your rise. Machiavelli understood that people lower their guard when they feel superior. Use that. Let them believe you're beneath them, then outmaneuver them from below. While they pity you, plan. While they mock, manipulate. Looking weak disarms their defenses, and when they sleep, you strike. Control comes easier from under than above. Victimhood is camouflage for ambition. Law 40. Disappear to increase demand. The more they see you, the less they value you. Make your presence a privilege. Vanish often. Return with power. Machiavelli observed that even kings must retreat to be feared. Make your absence feel like punishment. Don't be everywhere. Be missed. Make them crave your words, your presence, your approval. The rarest thing costs the most. Withdraw from the noise. Speak less. Show less. And when you return, return as the storm. Power isn't just in action. It's in withdrawal. Let them wonder. Let them need. Then let them crawl. Being visible is vanity. Being scarce is dominance. Law 41. Kill the old, become the standard. To be truly powerful, you must replace, not copy. Don't walk in their footsteps. Erase them. People cling to traditions, systems, and idols. Shatter those symbols. Burn their teachings. Machiavelli knew new rulers must destroy the legacy of their predecessors. If you inherit power, people compare. If you create power, people kneel. Don't be the successor. Be the disruption. Change the name. Change the rules. Bury the old king. Not with honor, but irrelevance. Power isn't passed down. It's seized, claimed, and rebuilt in your image. Make your name the beginning of the new world. Law 42. Strike the shepherd. Scatter the flock. Groups don't think, leaders do. So when facing resistance, don't argue with the crowd. Remove the influencer. Find the one voice they follow. Target that. Machiavelli wrote that rebellion dies when its head is cut off. Kill the idea by eliminating its source. Turn allies into orphans. Fear isolates. Once their leader is disgraced, silenced, or destroyed, the rest break down into confusion. Never waste time debating the crowd. Identify the shepherd, then break his spine. The flock will collapse without command. Control doesn't require converting everyone, just neutralizing the one they worship. Law 43. Infect others with your strategy. Let them think they're contributing while playing out your script. Machiavelli mastered power through teamwork that served only his purpose. Make others adopt your tactics, echo your ideas, and enforce your standards, believing they're their own. Influence is deeper when they don't see the chain. Plant your strategy into the minds of others. Become the architect of environments, systems, and norms. When people internalize your way, you no longer need to command. They'll act in alignment automatically. That is true control. Others moving in your interest without your instruction. Law 44. Mirror their darkness, then outdo it. People show you who they are in conflict. Reflect it, then escalate. If they lie, lie better. If they manipulate, manipulate deeper. Machiavelli didn't play fair. He played accurately. People respect those who can match their cunning and beat them at their own game. Don't moralize evil. Use it as a weapon. Become their reflection, then become their reckoning. Use their tactics against them with more skill, more silence, more force. There's no honor in letting a snake bite you first. Learn their language, then speak it with more venom. Power is not about purity. It's about precision. Law 45. Change publicly, remain the same privately. Appear to evolve. Pretend to compromise. Adopt new ideas when needed, but keep your core the same. Machiavelli taught that rulers must adapt their mask, not their intention. Let them believe you've changed. Embrace reform in speeches. Update your language. But behind closed doors, maintain your ambition. Control the old machine with a new paint job. People fear stubborn power, but accept rebranded tyranny. Adapt the image. Keep the strategy. The most powerful people look progressive while keeping the same grip. Look flexible. Be unmoving. Look new. Stay ancient. They'll accept control so long as it wears a fresh costume. Law 46. Don't build empires. Build dependencies. Ruling is not about owning everything. It's about making sure everyone depends on you. Machiavelli knew that the strongest rulers didn't conquer land. They conquered options. Give just enough so they need more. Create systems where your exit causes collapse. Dependency is deeper than loyalty. If you control what they rely on, they will protect you without knowing why. Build networks where removing you means ruin. Be the oxygen they forget they breathe. You don't need to be loved or feared, just irreplaceable. That's how kings stay unchallenged. Not by force, but by being the only lifeline left. Law 47. Leave nothing unfinished. Half-finished wars come back. Half-silenced enemies speak again. Half-won games are eventually lost. Finish what you start completely. Power can't afford loose ends. Machiavelli warned that leaving things unresolved invites future betrayal. If you rise, rise without rivals. If you punish, leave no room for revenge. If you build, make it unbreakable. Tie off every conflict with finality. Don't pause for mercy. Don't hesitate for applause. Get to the top and burn the ladder behind you. Unfinished work becomes future danger. In power, finality is protection. One crack becomes collapse. One survivor becomes revenge. End everything with certainty. Law 48. Become formless so you can never be targeted. The final law is the ultimate strategy. Be nothing specific. The rigid person is shattered. The defined person is predictable. But the one who shifts, who evolves, who disappears, cannot be stopped. Machiavelli knew permanence is vulnerability. Be adaptable, fluid, unknowable. Let them chase your shadow while you reappear elsewhere. Change names, roles, masks, alliances as needed. Power survives through flexibility. Never let them trap you in an identity, belief, or emotion. Be water in a world of stone. When they plan for who you were, surprise them with who you've become. The formless person is untouchable. Subscribe if you're ready to stop being played and start playing the game.